How's it going, bros? My name is Charliepie.
Dear God.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Talladega SuperSpeedway as we get ready for the running of the Aaron's 499 presented by Charliepie. Yes, indeed, you probably saw that clip at the beginning, and no, that was not edited or anything. That was raw footage. Alright, we're getting ready for today's event, a 29-lap event. It's going to be a little bit longer than our Oreo Truck Series and Mobile Cup Series events were, so we're going to see just exactly how the drivers in this field are going to take that into account. Starting on the pole is rookie Waidos Avotas, who certainly needed a good qualifying result like this to maybe get himself a win, maybe a good finish, a top 5, top 10, to move him up through the standings, as he is currently dead last in rookie points, 41st in the overall standings. Alongside of him, a driver who was the points leader for a while, but a few bad finishes dropped him down now to 7th in points, but Dylan Young there for Penske Racing going to line up on the outside of the front row. Tim Walsh for Michael Waltrip Racing, currently the lowest running Michael Waltrip Racing car in the standings, and that is 19th, so that's obviously not that bad for the Michael Waltrip Racing boys. They've been doing a great job this season. Walsh will start off today's race from the 3rd position. Alongside of him, Matthew Rodriguez, who comes into this race 5th in points for Stewart Haas Racing in that cool silver mobile Exxon paint scheme. He will start in the 4th position. And then rounding out the top 5 is going to be Richard Johnson, former winner this season, who won at Atlanta. He's 4th in points. Nice run for him today for qualifying. He will start in the 5th position. We're going to be keeping an eye on the current points battle that's going on. The two that basically will be keeping the most attention to today will be the current points leader, Dylan Poteet, and our winner from last week at Kansas, Danny Wells. He now has closed the gap between himself and Dylan Poteet to only 5 points in the standings. So Danny Wells, Dylan Poteet, they'll be battling for the points lead, but every one of these drivers will be battling for the win here today. Time to get these cars rolling off. They complete a couple pace laps. We'll show you starting grid. I wasn't able to really show you the paint schemes that these drivers are going to be running. A lot of them running very special paint schemes here today at Talladega. You'll be seeing them during the course of the day. But here we go. They roll off. Here is your starting lineup for today's race at Talladega Superspeedway. Without a doubt, probably one of my most favorite racetracks to see what these guys are able to bring to the table. Let's see what's going to happen as we get ready to turn them loose here for 29 laps. Now, with the extra 10 laps thrown into this, I don't know if this thing stays green for a while, if we will end up having to have green flag pit stops. These drivers have not really had much of an opportunity for something like that this whole weekend because we've had quite a few wrecks. We'll see what's going to happen today as the green flag is waving. We're underway here in the Aaron's 499. Take a look at them from our gopher cam heading here into turn number 1. Wide of Savotas with the advantage on the inside line, but Dylan Young, he and Matthew Rodriguez getting that outside line going pretty doggone well there too. Rodriguez with a teammate and rookie Joshua Michaels. Looks like now the inside line will kick in coming out of turn 2. As Wide of Savotas will take the top spot. Look at the Toyotas he's got lined up behind him. You got Tim Walsh, Richard Johnson, and Anthony McCrory. It's going to be very difficult for me to pick out some of these drivers too to know who is who. Looks like that's the that green car down there is the 22 Minecraft Ford of Ron Vajara. Yes, indeed it is. So we've got 3 green cars lined up there on the low line. They're already 4 wide, 2 rows deep. Looks like they're keeping it together though in that 4 wide situation, but my goodness gracious me. Didn't take them long to find their courage to go 4 wide. Oh my goodness gracious. Keep it together, guys. You can race 4 wide. Just do not get into each other's left rears. Wide of Savotas, though. He'll continue to lead. I don't think we've seen this all weekend long either, where a driver's been able to lead an entire lap without even getting a challenge for the top spot. As here comes Wide of Savotas with the lead. Here comes the newly painted number 21 of Sean Galligan, that new Hartley full paint scheme on his Ford out of Wood Brothers. Right behind him, the Autism Awareness Toyota of Hayden Klein. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for everybody to be able to find their rides because all these drivers mostly coming in with brand new looking paint schemes. As the drag race to the line is going to be won by, boy, it was one of the Joe Gibbs teammates, but I'm not sure which one. I think it may have been Hayden Klein. Whoa. Oh, there's Danny Wells way at the back of the pack right now. Last week's winner, along with Rohit Vidarbu, who won 2 weeks ago. Both the RCR cars running at the back. The maybe strategy. Danny Wells coming in with the new paint scheme of NOS on his Chevrolet. As the battle for the lead now is going to be between Austin Ogo and Hayden Klein. And they're 4 wide again, and one of those drivers involved in that 4 wide situation is Dylan Poteet there, the Budweiser Chevrolet, number 78. Meanwhile, 2 silver cars on the inside line. Oh, a car just got turned down towards the apron, right down towards the inside retaining wall. And I'm almost going to guess that that's not going to be a caution because I think that NNSCRA didn't throw that caution for Matthew Rodriguez in the Truck Series event. I don't know if they're going to throw one for this one. It was Ralph Mason, Jordan Davis. They were involved in it. Ralph Mason, our Moblin Cup Series winner. And again, they did not throw the caution flag. As Michael Norman goes for the lead. Oh, there's a wreck further back there. Big wreck back there. That will definitely bring the caution out. That should. Norman's the leader. Oh, man, they're spinning back there. I can't even tell who those drivers are right now. Michael Norman's the leader. Oh, Chambers and Silver Fox nearly made contact, but they keep it together. Here comes the Geico Ford of Derek Reed. Here comes Aaron Williams Jr. in the new CarQuest paint scheme for this race. He's got a car to his inside. That's Jake Rogers, but it looks like it's going to be Michael Norman leading us down to our first caution of the day here at Talladega Superspeedway. Derek Reed makes one last attempt, will not be able to do it. Who was in this? Oh man, Chris Dollarton and the new paint scheme of Lays on his Richard Childress 33. Ron Vajara, he's involved there. The new Minecraft paint scheme on that machine. George Roque, along with Jake Cole, 2 teammates out of Michael Waltrip Racing, they're involved. Eric Burton has gotten a piece of it. George Roque came in 6th in points. Oh, Joshua Michaels, after a good qualifying result, he's involved. Trent Whitney's in it. Dylan Young got a piece of it, it looked like. So both Penske drivers were involved in this wreck. Oh, James McLeod driving the Tag Heuer paint scheme there this week. Jordan Davis, we know, got involved in that incident with Ralph Mason. Sean Henley in the Google Plus paint scheme. I don't know if his Tweenix car's got any damage, but I think I see some damage to the Napa Toyota of Tim Walsh. Rear end damage possibly to the back of the Super B9. Yeah, oh, there's front end damage as well on Zach Campbell. Richard Johnson also got a piece of it. Last week's winner, Danny Wells, looks rather clean. So everybody else here, looks like everybody else up ahead here, all were good to go. Looks like we got some pit stops going on here. Derek Reed, Dylan Poteet, the current points leader, along with Jacob Lawler and James Silverfox, going to roll the dice and come down pit road this lap. Michael Norman going to stay out. Looks like his Hendrick teammate will come up behind him, so Hendrick Motorsports will restart 1-2 on this next restart, which will probably be somewhere around lap 7 or 8. But we're going to take a look now at a replay of our first caution of the day. We'll take a look first at the Ralph Mason Jordan Davis incident, then we'll take a look at our first big wreck of the day. Alright, this was coming out of the turn 4 area, and they were racing 4x4x4 all the way back through this field, and I guess something just had to give. Contact is going to happen right there. Yeah, I don't think it was anybody else except for Jordan Davis and Ralph Mason making contact. Davis just pounded that inside retaining wall. That's a hard hit. Bounces into the 87 of Ralph Mason, and both those cars going to go sliding. Now, they were into a slide, and they crossed the commitment line. I don't know if that's going to result in a penalty or not. I would doubt it, though, because both those drivers did not have any control over their race cars, so I don't think NNSCRA would be stupid enough to penalize them for not coming down pit road. But there you see it. That's why I was surprised that they didn't throw the caution with Ralph Mason sliding back up onto the racetrack, but apparently they figured with the field just then entering into turn 1 wasn't much of a hindrance and was going to cause that much of a problem, so they did not throw the caution. Caution did come out, however, so it was a big break for both Jordan Davis and Ralph Mason, who were able to then accordion back up to the rear of the field. But let's take a look and see how our actual first caution of the day was triggered here on, I believe it was lap number 4. Well, we actually had two separate wrecks take place at two separate times. Right there was contact between, I think that was Danny Wells and his teammate Chris Dollerton, and it sends the 33 up the racetrack right into Joshua Michaels, just boxed him in. And then there's Ron Vajara Jr. in the 22. He's trying to get low, get low, get low. He just couldn't get low enough. Couldn't whoa up in time, and he makes some contact there with the 33. Oh, Matthew Rodriguez there in the back. He had some damage on the 14 car. I don't know what happened to him. Let's jump back real quick, see what happened to Matt Rod, and then we'll jump ahead to see that big wreck that apparently happened coming out of turn number 2. Oh, here's what happened. Look up here. You're going to see some contact. It's going to take place between Trent Whitney and, or no, it's not Trent Whitney. That's James Silverfox and Richard Johnson. They go up into into Rob Vajara, I'm sorry. Tim Walsh gets boxed in there, and so did Matthew Rodriguez. So that's how Matthew Rodriguez got his damage. He got backed up there. Now, how does this wreck start? Oh, somebody. Oh, was that Jake Cole? Yes, Jake Cole gets turned by Emilio Navarrete up into Pichu London, his own teammate. There's Roke, Dylan Young, Henley, Campbell, Whitney, Burton, all going to get pieces of this. Look at everybody trying to scatter down the inside line. A lot of them do a nice job there. And then it's just going to get even worse here as those drivers who were at the back come piling in. There you see Matt Rod gets into Pichu London. He spins around in front of Joshua Michaels. Oh, man, then Trent Whitney gets nailed by Matt Rod. And there's Ron Vajara Jr. hitting Eric Burton. There's 1, 2, 3. I think there were at least 3, maybe 4 Michael Waltrip racing cars involved in this one. We were just talking about how they had such a great season going on here. And, oh, and then there was a spin up here. And that involved Alex DeMarco and James McLeod and Jake Cole. How does that one trigger? So we can find out here. Oh, right there, Jake Cole's going to make some contact with John Cittadino. Spins him around right into James McLeod. Richard Johnson's going to be able to get by, but then I believe there's another car held up back there. That's Alex DeMarco in the 19 Stanley Tools Dodge. He's going to get held up there. And so he spins around, does McLeod, Cole, and DeMarco. And that was, I think, Tim Walsh back there, that other Napa car. And that's how he got his damage after he had such a great qualifying run for today's race in 3rd place. Looks like that was all the incidents that took place here. About 3 or 4 different incidents happening between turns 1 and almost halfway down the back straightaway here with this spin out with these 3 cars. So, boy, I don't know if these drivers could be able to continue. Some drivers look like they are going to be done for the day, including Matthew Rodriguez and Chris Dollerton and Pichu London and quite a few others. But some may be able to get their damaged race cars repaired and return, try and salvage something. But already early on, big incident taking place here, bringing out our first caution of the day. We will go back to green flag racing on lap 9 of 29. Michael Norman currently the leader. Right behind him is Hendrick Motorsports teammate Aaron Williams Jr. 3rd place is going to be Jake Rogers. 4th is Adam Chambers, and Trent Dunham is in 5th. 6th place, that's going to be Charles Jackson. Austin Ogo currently in 7th. 8th is Kyle Sosnowski. Cole Daly runs 9th, and 10th is Barney Ward. Callum Wales is 11th. John Cittadino, who started this race in 41st, after some strategy, has worked his way up all the way to 12th. The first car to pit was Derek Reed. He'll restart in 13th. 14th is Dylan Poteet, the points leader. Jacob Lawler, 15th. 16th is James Silverfox. Anthony McCurry, 17th. 18th is Mary Cole. 19th is Emilio Navarrete. And completing the top 20 is the pole sitter, Waidos of Otas. Hayden Klein, 21st. 22nd is Danny Wells. Sean Galligan is 23rd. 24th, Alex DeMarco. Ralph Mason, 25th. 26th is Jordan Davis. Tim Walsh, 27th. 28th, Rohit Vidarvu. Sean Henley, 29th. James McLeod is 30th. And Dylan Young is 31st. It means we have 11 cars back in the garage area after this caution, and those drivers are Richard Johnson, Zach Campbell, Eric Burton, George Roque, Jake Cole, Pichu London, Trent Whitney, Ron Vajara, Chris Dollerton, Matthew Rodriguez, and his teammate Joshua Michaels. So we are working our first caution of the day, getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Already had our first big one of the day. When we go back to green flag racing, there'll be a total of 21 laps to go, and I wouldn't put it past them within that 21 lap vicinity to bring out yet another big wreck. We'll see if they can keep it together. It's also going to be interesting to see how the top 12, how long it's going to take before they decide to actually pit. They're not going to want to have to pit under green, I don't think, because Derek Reed, Dylan Poteet on back, they already pitted. They got fuel, so they'll be good for quite a few laps. So these drivers may be playing with fire that decided to stay out, but here we go. Green flag comes back out. Hendrick Motorsports, 1-2, still looking for their first win of the season. As Aaron Williams Jr., right off the bat, he's going to go down to the bottom and look for the top spot off his teammate Michael Norman. Jake Rogers down there to offer the drafting help. Adam Chambers and Trent Dunham lined up back there as well. They're going to try and catch back up here as they're 4th and 5th. Trying to look here, see if I can find some former winners. One driver I do know is a former winner at this track in the Snickers Cup Series event, and that is Charles Jackson there, driving for Joe Gibbs Racing this season. His win in the Snickers Cup Series at Talladega came in the 42 for Earnhardt Ganassi. So we'll see if he can maybe pick up his second career NNSCRA Snickers Cup Series win here at Talladega, as Jake Rogers is going to go to the lead. Rogers dead last in Snickers Cup Series points, so awfully nice to see him up here. And he's got a teammate coming up as well. Both the Burger King cars running very well with their Dr. Pepper paint schemes this week. Austin Ogo right there, and it looks like those two are going to hook up now as Ogo moves Jackson out of the way. Burger King Racing going to go 1-2 here at Talladega. Keep in mind, those drivers, along with several others here up at the front, decided not to pit. The first driver who decided to pit, Derek Reed, he's now working his way up there on that inside line. I think he's currently behind. Can't tell which car that is. Oh, that's Callum Wales, the Outback Steakhouse car on that inside line. Then behind him is Derek Reed, as Austin Ogo has now left his teammate out to dry. He's going to try and take the lead, but now here comes John Cittadino in that 42. He's going to try and look for his third win of the season as he'll drag race down to the line with Ogo. Two rookies battle, and the leader that time was the 42 Energizer Toyota of John Cittadino. But here comes Callum Wales down to the bottom. Both his Stewart Haas Racing teammates are gone, both finishing in 41st and 42nd respectively. So the only driver left to carry the Stewart Haas Racing banner is that 39 of Callum Wales. Here comes Derek Reed on the inside line, but here comes James Silverfox and Anthony McCurry. Wales going to throw the block on all three lines. He will keep the top spot. Callum Wales looking really racy right now. Doing a great job of defensive driving, as now Anthony McCurry's going to look down to the inside line of his teammate, or not his teammate, I'm sorry, I meant to say his good friend, James Silverfox. Don't know where teammate came from. And here comes Dylan Poteet, the points leader. We know he's good to go, at least on fuel for now, because he came down with the rest of those drivers on pit road. And oh, there's contact, there's contact, someone scraped the wall. But did that bring out a caution? They may have held it and kept it together. There is no caution. They must have saved it, whatever the incident was. And I don't even know who it was that got it involved in it. Oh, it looks like Austin Ogo and Charles Jackson may have been at the crux of it. Oh, and I think Aaron Williams Jr. may have as well. He's slowing down. So Ogo, Jackson. Oh, maybe Danny Wells and John Cittadino too? I don't know. But I do know that Jackson, Ogo, and Aaron Williams Jr. must have all gotten together, but somehow they saved it, and the caution did not come out. We're still green flag racing. It's a tough break, though, for Jackson, Ogo, and Aaron Williams Jr., who all were up at the front of the field at one point during this race already. As the current points leader, Dylan Poteet, is right now the current race leader out in front. Got a lot of company back there, though. A lot of drivers back here who really are looking for good runs today to get their season turned around. Jake Rogers there, 42nd in points. The pole sitter, Wyatt Zavotas, 41st in points. Callum Wales, 30th in points. Emilio Navrit's back there. He's 37th in points. Kyle Sosnowski is back there as well. Sosnowski comes in 24th in points. So a lot of drivers. Really, this kind of a track and a win here today could really help propel them in the point standings. We're also seeing on the flip side, oh, Anthony McCurry and Mary Cole! How did they save that? Man, Anthony McCurry, he cut Mary Cole some slack. She just cut him off. And I think that Anthony McCurry could have very easily turned the 4-car around, and how he was able to keep off of the 4-car right there and not have it spin out, I have no idea. That very well could have been a caution, and what a great veteran move by Anthony McCurry. He's going to lose out because of that. He falls back. Oh, almost a contact between Chambers and Wyatt Zavotas right there. Wow, these guys, they're testing the fire, and I don't think they want to do that, because if you test the fire, you just might get burned. As Mary Cole, who really has to owe a debt of gratitude to Anthony McCurry for not wrecking her right there, she will now go to the lead for Tweenix Racing. Right behind her, Trent Dunham. Now, Dunham, he's actually this season been doing rather well in Mobile One Cup Series starts, in Snickers Cup Series starts, Truck Series starts, here in restrictor plate track races, as he and Mary Cole nearly make contact. But now here comes Barney Ward down to the bottom. Dunham again having a great day at another restrictor plate track in that blue Sega Chevrolet. But Barney Ward's going to take the top spot. Let's keep in mind, Richard Childress Racing has won 2 of the last 2 races, with Rohit Vidarva winning at Infineon and Danny Wells winning last week at Kansas. Barney Ward is up here with the opportunity for Richard Childress Racing to pick up their 3rd straight victory in a row with their 3rd different driver. Could it happen today? I don't know. Anthony McCurry right there. Oh, boy, he come right up in front of Cole Daly there. I thought he was going to bounce off the 17, but apparently he knew what he was doing. He's got his buddy James Silverfox there helping him. There's Emilio Navrit. I'm trying to look here, find some teammates that could be working together in this event. Oh, and looks like Jake Rogers going to have to peel off for pit road. We're starting to see now those drivers who decided to stay out on that last caution flag, they are having to pit now. I think Michael Norman may have been another driver who may have just had to peel off onto the pit road. No, I guess not. No, he just lost the draft. So did Chambers, so did Poteet, and so did Hayden Klein. Probably because of that other car slowing down to come down pit road. Silver Fox is now the leader. Silver Fox looking for his first win in the Snickers Cup Series. He's been really doing well, has Silver Fox. His season started out really, really abysmally, and he now has worked his way all the way up to 11th in points and 2nd in rookie points. But here's Emilio Navrit on the inside. Let's see if anybody's going to have to peel off the pit road this time. Yes, Callum Wales, Trent Dunham, Kyle Sosnowski, and Cole Daly. They now have to come to pit road. So this is now playing out into the favor of those drivers who decided to pit on our first caution of the day. Now Austin Ogo and John Cittadino, they were on pit road. They're now coming off. They're going to fall a lap down. They got to hope they can hang on and cycle back around if this thing can go into a really long green flag run. There's Jake Rogers just now leaving pit road. Looks like he may stay on the tail end of the lead lap as he was able to beat the leaders out. Silver Fox is the leader. I don't think Silver Fox came down pit road on that last caution, so he may have to pit this time. Let's see if this 7 car will come down pit road at all. Nope, looks like he's going to stay out. Going to take the high road around the Dr. Pepper Toyota of Jake Rogers. Jake Rogers, if he can meld with these guys, he can still be up to speed and have an opportunity to maybe race his way back onto the tail of the lead lap. More drivers coming off pit road. There's Michael Norman, Adam Chambers, Sosnowski and Cole Daly, we saw them pit a lap ago. Dunham, Callum Wales, they're now coming off pit road too. Green flag pit stops taking place here on lap 19 of 29. We're past the halfway point. When we come around next time, there'll be 10 laps to go in this race. Ever since we had our first caution, now these drivers have really been minding their P's and Q's. The green flag pit stops have helped spread them out. And wow, look at the run Anthony McCurry got. Oh, well, looks like it doesn't really matter. He's going to now have to dive to pit road there, the Artec Toyota. I want to kind of wait until all the green flag pit stops have cycled around before I try and find our top runners in standings, but looks like we're going to do it now. Let's find out where currently Dylan Poteet is running in the 78. Right now he's currently running in the 6th position, right behind rookie Hayden Klein. So Dylan Poteet right now doing very well. The guy that was trying to run him down for the points lead, Danny Wells, where is he currently running? Well, he was scored in the 11th position, but now he's actually coming down pit road. So Danny Wells right now having a good run. He's just got to get that pit stop done. Hope that Dylan Poteet has to pit soon. Let's find out where Jacob Lawler, 3rd in the points, is currently running in that 15. There he is, currently in the 7th position in the 5-Hour Energy Toyota. So he's having a good run today. We know that Richard Johnson has retired from this race. So has Matthew Rodriguez, George Roque. So basically the top 3 in points of the drivers we're going to be keeping an eye on for most of the day. Rohit Vidar was in. James Silverfox, the leaders, come down. Mary Cole along with Dylan Young, they're on pit road. Navarrette's just finished up. There's Dylan Poteet. Tim Walsh is coming down along with Ralph Mason. Mason's up to 10th after his car got spun out there and they didn't bring the caution out. What a nice recovery for him. This may be the leader. Well, actually, I don't know. He doesn't appear to be up to speed, does Derek Reed. They're starting to bypass him. Yeah, Waidos Avotas and Hayden Klein. I believe those two were the leaders. Let's jump back to them. Joe Gibbs Racing coming down pit road here. Jordan Davis also joining them on pit road. Yep, Waidos Avotas was the leader and Hayden Klein was 2nd. We've got 9 laps to go. Let's follow these two because I'm pretty sure when they come out, we'll be seeing either the race leader again or the battle for the race lead. Looks like everybody now has made green flag pit stops. Pole sitter Waidos Avotas and the 2nd place driver, his teammate Hayden Klein. Let's watch them. Looks like some other drivers coming down pit road. Zach Campbell came down. There's Hayden Klein leaving pit road. There's somebody else on pit road. I can't tell who that is. Alright, let's follow these guys onto the back straightaway, see who's going to catch them. Looks like it could be James Silverfox. Yeah, Silverfox is starting to get the run back up here. He's 3rd, and he's trying to get the lead once again. He's got to pass the 2 Joe Gibbs Racing teammates in order to do it. And he's got them. Yeah, James Silverfox is going to bypass Waidos Avotas and Hayden Klein, so looks like cycling around with the pit stops, James Silverfox is going to be the leader. We'll wait until they get around here to the stripe before we give you a full field rundown of who's running where currently. When they do get to the stripe, there'll be a total of 7 laps remaining in this race, and I don't know why my Fraps is glitching so much right now. I apologize for that. There we go. Silverfox is going to be the leader. Looks like the battle for seconds between Anthony McCurry and Emilio Navarrete. As Silverfox at the line, he is going to be scored as the leader, I believe. Let's wait for them to update. Yes, he is the leader. 2nd place is Anthony McCurry, Emilio Navarrete 3rd. Waidos Avotas is 4th. 5th place is Hayden Klein, and Mary Cole is in 6th. Battle here for 7th. Dylan Poteet, Barney Ward, Jake Rogers, and Trent Dunham. That's the top 10. Then you got Kyle Sosnowski in 11th, Cole Daly 12th, Michael Norman 13th, Callum Wales 14th, Chambers is 15th, and Derek Reed is in 16th. 17th place is Austin Ogo, John Cittadino is 18th, 19th is Danny Wells, Lawler is in 20th, 21st Alex DeMarco, Sean Galligan 22nd, 23rd is Ralph Mason, 24th is Tim Walsh, 25th James McLeod, 26th is Sean Henley, Aaron Williams Jr. is 27th, 28th is Rohit Vidaravu, 29th is Dylan Young, and 30th, a lap down, is Jordan Davis. Those are the drivers, I believe, that are left on the racetrack. I believe everybody else is behind the wall. Yep, Charles Jackson's actually taken his car back behind the wall after we heard him, Austin Ogo, and Aaron Williams Jr. got to get up into the fence, so Jackson, tough break for him. Here's the battle for the lead, though. Anthony McCurry, he has caught Silver Fox, and he's going to go to the lead with help from the Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, Wido Savotas and Hayden Klein. We got the slower car, Dylan Young, up here. They got to avoid him. They're all trying to split him. Silver Fox got held up behind him. Now Navarrette's getting held up. Oh, boy. Dylan Young's got to find a line to be able to get out of the way, so these guys that are battling for the lead will be able to get past him. Now another car got held up behind him. I couldn't tell who it was. And that's going to spread this field back out again. They're going to have to accordion back up. But we got another slower car up ahead. That being Rohit Vidaravu. He may come into play here before all said and done. It's Anthony McCurry, our winner from Phoenix, out in front trying to pick up his second win of the season for R-Tech Motorsports. Right behind him, though, you got Hayden Klein, rookie Mary Cole, and Wido Savotas. So right now we got 3 rookies inside the top 5. And here they come. They're going to dive down low. Klein down low. Even lower comes Mary Cole. And she's going to try and take the top spot here. Coming down to the stripe, but no drafting help. Hayden Klein will lead that lap. And look at Wido Savotas. He went to the middle groove to help his teammate Hayden Klein get the lead. Keep your eye on the 11 and the 18. Those two could try working together here in the closing stages of this race. As Rohit Vidaravu now going to hold up these guys. They're going to try and split him. Oh, now Vidaravu moves up. He's going to block Wido Savotas, and the points leader, Dylan Poteet. Oh, my goodness, they're close back there. Poteet nearly turned Vidaravu around, but they still are keeping it together. Now it's starting to get good. When we come down to the stripe, there'll be a total of 3 laps to go. Take a look who's up here. Hayden Klein, the leader. Mary Cole, second. Barney Ward there, trying to give RCR their 3rd win in a row and third. 4th, Kyle Sosnowski. Silver Fox, 5th. Callum Wales, Trent Dunham, Dylan Poteet, Norman Chambers, Daly, Derek Reed. They're all up here. They're going to be battling for this win. No doubts about it. Here comes Hayden Klein, though. He's got Mary Cole to the inside. Here comes the 29 of Barney Ward, trying to give RCR their 3rd straight win with their 3rd different driver. But look at Sosnowski. He's going to go 4 wide for the lead. Drafting help from James Silverfox. Sosnowski right now, the only hope for Hendrick Motorsports, unless Michael Norman can catch back up here and make it 2 possible drivers. Emilio Navarrette's back there too. He could try getting up here. But Sosnowski at the moment in the gold Lowe's Impala, he's the only hope for Hendrick. There's Callum Wales right now, the only hope for Stuart Haas Racing. Trent Dunham, the only hope for Earnhardt Ganassi Racing. Here we go. 2 laps to go. Wales, Dunham, they're going to be 1-2 now. Sosnowski and Silver Fox trying to work together on the high side. As Wales will come up, he'll throw the block. Look at him slicing and dicing further back there. Derek Reed just covered 3 lanes of traffic, trying to get the drafting help with Adam Chambers to catch back up here. Dylan Poteet, he's up here in the mix there. The points leader, there he is. Drafting help from Barney Ward. But right now, coming out of turn 4, we're about to get the white flag. Are you ready to see some great racing on the final lap? I am, and we're going to see it. Wales, the leader. Dunham, 3 wide there with Mary Cole and Hayden Klein for second. White flag is out. Wales, the leader. Can he do it for Stuart Haas Racing? 4 wide for second. Daly's going to stick it down to the bottom. Here comes Daly looking for his second win of the season. Drafting help for Barney Ward. There's Derek Reed there on the inside line as well. Here comes some other drivers. Jake Rogers is there. Anthony McCurry's coming back. Navarrette. We haven't seen the last of these guys, I can guarantee you. Callum Wales, though, trying to draft here, trying to play defensive. Here comes Cole Daly, though. He's there. There's Barney Ward. Who's it gonna be? Will it be Wales, Daly, Ward, Reed, Rogers, McCurry? Here we go. They're gonna go to the bottom. Barney Ward is there, but here goes Cole Daly. They're gonna go 3 wide at the stripe. It's Wales, Daly, Ward. Who is it? Drag race, photo finish. And I have no idea who it was. They all looked like they were dead even coming down to the line. What's the official report? It's Callum Wales. Callum Wales has won it. He held on the high side, and he's won it. His first win of the season in the Snickers Cup Series. Callum Wales will win a 3-wide photo finish at Talladega. I don't think I've seen that before in an NCRA race. That was incredible. Callum Wales ends Cole Daly's bid for 2 wins this season, and Barney Ward's bid to be the 3rd straight RCR driver to go to victory lane. The Outback Steakhouse Chevrolet, the only hope for the Stewart-Haas Racing Team, wins today at Talladega in the Aaron's 499, presented by Charliepie. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I have any voice left. Good grief. And what an amazing opposite day for Stewart-Haas Racing. Callum Wales' 2 teammates, Matthew Rodriguez and Joshua Michaels, wrecked out in the first wreck of the day, the first caution of the day, finished 41st and 42nd, the lowest possible spots. But on the opposite side of that spectrum, Callum Wales today wins at Talladega. Barney Ward out there, I don't think he's been told yet that Callum Wales won this race. I think he stayed out thinking he had gotten Callum Wales at the line. Oh my goodness, and behind them, another car that stayed out is Dylan Poteet, who finished the day in 8th place. He is still going to be the current points leader heading next week's race at Michigan. What a nice consecutive run there for the current points leader. We're going to step aside, head back to a replay of that 3-wide battle at the line for this win before we show you your official top 10. Alright, let's take a look at this in the slowest camera we can. Unfortunately, the camera angles aren't terribly good here, but let's take a look at this camera angle. Oh my goodness, wow. Yep, take a look here very carefully. Look at the front of Callum Wales' machine. His splitter is just barely over that second row of the black, white, black, white, black, white. Look at Barney Ward. His car, his splitter is right at the middle, and Cole Daly's car hasn't quite reached the middle. So it was Callum Wales winning. Barney Ward got 2nd, and 3rd was Cole Daly. And I've just been told that all 3 of these drivers finished within, I believe they are telling me, 6 1,000ths of a second between each other. 3 drivers. Can you believe that finish? That is one of the best finishes I think we've had in a long time at Talladega Superspeedway, and I think between 3 drivers it's the closest finish in NNSCRA history. The other closest finishes were only between 2 drivers coming down to the line. This was between 3 drivers who finished less than 1/100th of a second between each other. Unbelievable event. You can basically see where everybody else finished by this picture, but we're going to show you the official results anyway. We're going to have these cars crossed over here so that way we can get the official race standings. Oh, let's play it here. There we go. There's your official finishing results there. Callum Wales, the winner. Barney Ward, 2nd. Cole Daly's going to get 3rd. That's a big, big finish for Cole Daly, who came in 10th in points. How about Barney Ward, though, too? This is going to be big for him. He was 14th in points. This is going to help him maybe get inside the top 10 in the standings heading into next week. Jake Rogers, what a great finish for him. A well-needed finish as he came in dead last in points. He'll get 4th. And Derek Reed, nice run for him in the 5th position in that 13. Anthony McCurry, who led quite a bit of today's race, he'll finish the day in 6th. Nice run for him as he came in 9th in points. This will help move him back up maybe into the top 5 in standings. Emilio Navarrete, well-needed run for him in that Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet, highest finishing Hendrick Motorsports car of the day. He'll get 7th as he came in 37th in points. The points leader, Dylan Poteet, another top 10 finish for him. In 8th, Mary Cole will finish the day in the 9th position. Nice run for her. And 10th position will be James Silverfox, who just continues to put together great top 10 finishes. He came in 11th in points. I think we'll see Silverfox, Barney Ward, see them inside the top 10 in points heading into next week's race at Michigan. Let's find out where Danny Wells did officially finish today's race. 18th place, not bad for the guy who came in 2nd in points. So he's still got an opportunity to still be 2nd in the standings. And where did Jacob Lawler finish? He finished in 20th place, hit 3rd guy in standings. Now the drivers beneath them, Richard Johnson, Matthew Rodriguez, George Roque, and Dylan Young, all had their problems. So I think you'll still see Poteet, Wells, and Lawler as 1st, 2nd, 3rd going into next week's race at Michigan. The question is, though, what's the difference of points going to be between those guys due to where they finished today's race? Well, guys, this is certainly one for the ages. Let's rewind it one more time so you can see at the end of this race just how close it was to finish off the Aaron's 499 presented by Charliepie. Look at that. Unbelievable finish. One of the best finishes I've seen in a long time here in the Snickers Cup Series. Congratulations to Callum Wales on his first Snickers Cup Series victory here of Season 5. This will certainly help him in points. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, please give this video a like. If you like this finish, give this video a like. Subscribe to become a part of the crew today. Here comes your official Fisher results, your rookie points, and your overall point standings heading into next week's race at Michigan International Raceway. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA. Can't even say my own acronym name. The NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.